What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Baccano, this time with episode 5. Really good episode last time. As usual, can't fully summarize the last episode, but it was a lot of the train incident we saw going down. A lot of brutality from Lad Russo. Even before the train incident, we saw him talking to his boss, I think it was, and threatening him at gunpoint. Well, felt like we were threatening him at gunpoint. And yeah, we had lots of craziness with the train. I think we finished off seeing some kind of person slash wolf slash werewolf climbing up on the train, which might be the beast they were all talking about. So, and you guys heard my theory about that. It's either the guy with the tattoo on his face or that's the red-haired dude, I believe, probably. But yeah, another great episode. Looking forward to this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments though. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. Saw this guy as well towards the end of the episode. He's the one that's kind of distributing the elixir. And I got him a bit mixed up with the guy that made the elixir, so apologies about that. Yeah, that kid was like, I could use this situation as well. Little scheming kid. Although I don't think he's a kid, is he? He may look like a kid, but probably an immortal being that's been alive for however many years. Must kind of suck. I mean, it's kind of cool in a way. You get to pretend to be a kid. You get away with a lot of stuff. But you're basically an adult in a boy's body, and you haven't gone through puberty or anything, so it kind of sucks, honestly. This guy seems really nice from everything we've seen and heard about him. Like, even his voice acting choice. Why is this guy wanted? And why is this guy so fucking outlawed? Why wouldn't people like this guy? I like him. Yeah, for real. I mean, there's no mistaking. Yeah, there's no mistaking this guy's face at all, is there? That's a sword. Didn't notice that. So guys got itchy. Ow. I'm not crying. You're crying. So I assume he may be the werewolf then. He might be the monster he's been fucking talking about this whole time. Because what else? What else could cause him to have his name tainted like this? Jacuzzi splotter. Jacuzzi splot cries, get scared, and Jacuzzi splot cries, gets scared, and musters reckless valor. Musters reckless valor, huh? That's it. Valor nonetheless, though. Tell you what, these title cards really do remind me of ReZero. I feel like ReZero maybe took some inspiration from this show. Or maybe they both took some inspiration from somewhere else, who knows, but they're quite reminiscent. Even down to the font. Then again, to be honest, for me, it's kind of hard to tell between Japanese fonts, either like normal or painted brush strokes, classical kind of Japanese. So he's not the wolf guy. So I'm guessing it's the redhead guy then. Yeah, what the hell's the deal with it? Poor fucking giant guy here, by the way. Hardly fit in the bloody. Yeah, what the hell? Like, what's going on with Jacuzzi? Why is he hated? He's a lovely guy. He wouldn't like. If I met this guy, he wouldn't strike me as even like. This guy wouldn't pick up a bit of like. If there was a fiver on the floor, he wouldn't pick it up. He'd hand it in to the police and be like, "Someone lost their money." He wouldn't even take it for himself. It strikes me as that kind of guy. A panty waist. Never heard that one. Sorry, what was that? What were they doing? Oh, it was alcohol. I thought they might have been some drugs then. I say that's horrible if he was. It's one of the worst things for me personally. Rough shod. So that's actually alcohol. Okay. Not 100% sure of this, but I think there was an outlaw on like alcohol in America at some point in history. Like again, I'm not good at history, let alone American history. But I remember there was a time when people would like make their own like I think moonshine is like a different thing, but they'd make their own like alcohols, and because it was outlawed, people had to make it themselves. So there was a huge a huge kind of uprising of people making moonshine and the such in their own kind of backyards, making their own alcohol during that period. But I could just be talking nonsense. But I do think there was. It's kind of like weed. I think America or other places out there in the world, again, I'm not 100% sure, outlawed marijuana. Less because of its effects of like smoking and such, especially back then because it wasn't actually awfully as powerful as it is today. More so because hemp products like paper and such were actually cheaper to make, and they could create business for a few people. And the government just said, you know what, this hemp stuff, it again probably paraphrasing a lot here. This hemp stuff, it risks our money, it risks our capital. Like we've invested in paper and all these things that hemp could take a big portion of the market from, and they outlawed it just to make sure that they didn't lose business. It's amazing, isn't it? Incredibly just horrible to think back to, and it's amazing when you think probably stuff like that's probably still happening today. It's like in the UK it's illegal, but medicinally it's kind of okay, I think, for a few people, like not many people at all. You can have it medicinally, but it's just amazing because I believe the UK is a massive exporter of marijuana to places like America. Like the government can grow their own legally under their rules. They can legally grow their own and sell it, but they can't sell it to people in the UK, nor can other people in the UK grow marijuana. It's a bit similar to the Netherlands as well. I don't believe it's like legal. Like they've made the rules so convoluted in the Netherlands towards marijuana and opening smoke shops, and they've been closing down a lot of them. But it's like it's in this weird grey area of like illegal but okay to do. Yeah, it's really weird. Like I said, I believe most of it's probably just the governments doing what governments do. Where was it? American drinking alcohol ban. 1920, so that was about 10 years before this is set. Not even going to bother with the AI results because you can't trust AI results. That's the thing. So yeah, banned in 1920 in America, from 1920 to 1933. Okay, so I was right. Good job, me, considering I'm terrible at this stuff. Yeah, so for 13 years, from 1920 to 1933, which this is in 1931, so 2 years before it ends, was enacted ostensibly, I don't know what that word is, as a response to pre-existing social issues like domestic violence and child abandonment. Really? So they stopped people from drinking because they thought that it caused domestic violence and child abandonment. Do you know what? It probably did to a certain degree, but as with any kind of drug, well, yeah, I guess with any kind of drug, it's not really like, it's kind of, it shows your true colors a bit more than it's caused by the substance, whose presumed cause was alcohol. But prohibition and yeah, I think that's what it's called, right? Prohibition. But prohibition and I think anyway. But prohibition and temperance, self-imposed abstinence, are not uniquely American ideas, nor are they particularly recent. Okay, interesting. But yeah, as I was saying, I think I knew that because I watched something about people like making moonshine in their toilets stuff, and the reason they did resort to that was because of this, or something along those lines. Don't ask me why I was watching that. That was ages ago. So that makes this even more kind of like, this elixir is even more kind of that maybe adds a bit more context to the scene with that guy who we see drowning in the opening. I forget his name now. So this is essentially kind of drug dealing. I mean, alcohol is a drug, so yeah, at this point they are basically drug dealing. Oh, there's lovely people we just met. Can't have them die. There's that Valor. Go on, Jacuzzi. So you're a lovely guy. That's the thing as well. I said earlier, drug dealers should absolutely despise them. Sometimes it's just like they've got to feed their family and they are decent people, but at the end of the day, they are ruining people's lives, knowingly, willingly, for money. Oof. The guy's finger. Look at his hand. Jesus. This guy is absolutely ginormous, isn't he? And it's like, we're not even in Japan, so he's not even like ginormous for Japan. He is just ginormous. Oh, damn, there's a lot of them. Oh, they're dead. They're dead. Why are you fucking bombing him? That necessary? You already killed him. Wow, it wasn't even a bomb, it was a fucking firework. Jesus Christ. You did. You did. You tried to tell her. Wow, that was spectacular. Didn't just kill the guy, that she fucking turned him to a firework. Wow. So yeah, these are the two I mixed up. There's Barnes and Salazar, whatever his name is. Homunculus he created. So desperate men right here, aren't they? You're already old. I mentioned this last episode. Why would you even bother taking this at this point in your life? You're that terrified. Are they gonna drink his blood? Oh. I was thinking maybe you could like drink one of these elixirs. Oh my god, what's going on here? What the fuck? Holy shit! It just absorbed him. Also think that might be the kind of it is all very vampiric in terms of the, well, I kind of felt that initially. Even the kind of quotes at the start of the show kind of felt very vampiric. I don't think there's anything vampiric going on here, but maybe in regards to that kind of blood, what I mentioned a minute ago, maybe if you were to drink one of these immortals' bloods, you could maybe, because alcohol and stuff. I know it's not actually alcohol; it's like the elixir of life. I imagine it's kind of flowing through their blood at all times and such. Maybe that could give you like partial immortality or something. But what the hell is this? Do you know what? Really cool effects here. You guys know I was a big horror fan. I love stuff like this. So definitely watching that again. It literally absorbs his entire body. Really cool. Really cool. Nice gore effects here as well on the face. Poor guy. Like, literally absorbed everything, his entire being. Jesus Christ. And what, he just knows everything he knew now? Is that what's happened here? Why would you ever do that? If this Barnes guy is the only person that could create this, maybe there's no resources to create any more and that's why he done it. But if you were to do this, the one person that could create this, surely that's a terrible idea. So again, what I'm going to assume is that the tools that Barnes had were finite. They were the final kind of instruments that could create that elixir. So these two bottles are maybe the last two bottles that will ever be, if you know what I'm saying. And he can like, what is up with this guy? He does feel like a bit of a Dracula in a sense. He can do fucking everything. This guy, like, and she's a homunculus. Like, she's not a real human. She wasn't born. She wasn't turned into an immortal. She was born one. How was she born one if she's looks like a middle-aged woman? Surely she would always look like a kid. So yeah, that guy's got some spiritual paranormal activities going on, hasn't he? Bloody hell. So I'll take his word for it exactly and assume that she is actually a homunculus created from nothing, made to be an adult woman. But yeah, adds that bit of history lesson we just went through a minute ago adds to the whole kind of interest that Dallas had towards towards the alcohol and stuff, doesn't it? Didn't kind of realize that until this episode. We're talking about Dallas Gennard here, right? So what's the deal? He doesn't suffer the influence of any physical harm. Okay. He can't be killed from an outside source. Oh, you know what? This guy's really got it rough. Holy crap. I've been mentioning this whole time about assuming, purely based off the intro, that he's currently, everyone, as the time is that everyone's searching for him. I assume that he's maybe like locked in a box at the bottom of the ocean, just eternally drowning. Even worse now, because that would be the case. He's now, if that is the case, he is still doing that. He is locked in a box, eternally drowning, but he's also aging alongside that. So, being presumptuous here, if he was to reach 150 years old, would he still be alive as like just a bag of bones? Would he be like a bony zombie skeleton? Just like, would he still be alive then? Like, can he live to 150, or is it the case that he'll die when he reaches an old age? Because his aging is not, and aging kills you. So that would be interesting. And again, even worse if that is the case for him. Like, it's all. You can kind of tell it's one of those things that will inevitably be like a curse. Although, as much some of these couples and some of these people in the show really make it not seem like a curse, and they're super energetic and awesome. This is a curse, and this guy's been cursed the worst. It's Dallas Gennard, seemingly. But also, it's a curse for everyone else. Imagine there being eternal youth for such a delinquent like this. It'd be fucking awful. Bullying generations. There aren't many people wouldn't. So yeah, Dallas Gennard, partial immortal. Okay. Still haven't seen this Hui guy, have we? They just spoke about. I don't think. Camorista. Seen enough mafia movies to know this. I don't think he is. I don't think you could agree to that one. I don't think you could die. You're a liar. You can't die. Even on that last point, I wouldn't agree to that. Why does this guy seem so nice? Why is this guy giving him such a chance? Seems to genuinely care about the boy. Look at the size of that Magnum as well. Or Revolver, whatever it is. Is he cutting his finger off there? You assume that with the mafia stuff. With the Japanese, I believe it's like a. They do it if they do something bad, but it is like a sign of respect, like give respect or something like that. Well, this kid's scheming something himself, isn't he? So, see what he's up to. Oops. Well, I think he saw his family as expendable last time we saw him, did we not? Wouldn't be doing their job very well if they didn't. This guy going back is constantly fucking eating, isn't he? Oh yeah, you better be careful. Oh, these guys are already ready. Oh, what are you doing? I know you didn't have your guns out quick enough, but there's many more of you guys. I wasn't expecting anyone to get the best of this company, to be honest with you. These guys seem pretty sorted out, but I guess not. Should have been quicker on the draw. Everybody is. Well, that's no help, is it though? Clearly not. She can't even find him herself, so that's a shame he said that. Sold her out. Oh shit, we're having a knife fight? Okay. Good. See, this glasses guy in action. We haven't seen too much of him. He's a pretty mysterious guy, isn't he? I mean, know that dude with the fedora hat is pretty damn good. Okay. Maybe he's not that good comparatively. Oh, nice. Why'd you sound so happy? Happy you lost. He's a pretty upbeat fellow all the time, to be fair to him, though, this miser. Like I said, he's a mysterious guy. Oh, so he wasn't immortal at this point, so he wasn't lying? Okay. Oh, wait. So he's actually a candidate for. I'm not really sure if it's Capo or Capo. So wow. So Firo isn't just like a gangster. That's maybe why the current Capo was so nice and seemingly cared about him so much. He's actually a candidate to take over from him at such a young age as well. Incredible. So yeah, I guess I was talking rubbish earlier when I said he was lying during that oath. At that point, he isn't immortal. That's why I kind of wasn't worried too much during this fight, but maybe I should have been now because again I didn't actually realize that. Yeah, that he didn't take the elixir and wasn't immortal at this point. Okay. I'm not sure about this, but I think being immortal would kind of dull your senses a little bit in terms of fighting. Like it would just have you a little bit less on edge. I mean, you still wouldn't want to feel the pain of dying, essentially, but knowing that you can't die, I think that would certainly psychologically affect you during a fight, right? Obviously not if there's such a big discrepancy between skill levels, but yeah. Oh my god. What, they were upstairs? Those fucking two? Like, yeah, they're immortal at that point. That is genuinely stupid, isn't it? Around you shooting a gun inside a building like that. I was gonna say, what would he have noticed? We did see her. She's under the train currently, right? Is she the woman that we saw climbing about the train? I assume she's still under it. So there's like one, she's under the train and there's some kind of wolf creature thing lurking around. Or is that, oh, that is just her? Fuck knows, man. Wow, incredibly thorough search. Oh, you guys got no fucking idea what fatigues is. Wearing fatigues. That was a strange sound, wasn't it? He's gone. He got snatched. Oh my god. So yeah, there is some kind of supernatural entity out there. Look at that thing. What the hell? Bruh. There's a lot. I thought it was just going to be like the supernatural stuff would just be the elixir, but there's even more. There's some guy getting fucking absorbed. Now this thing. Jesus. Very fucking awesome, isn't it? Okay, really awesome episode. Again, I'm really enjoying this show. Like again, I can't lie to you guys. I still like. I would say I'm lost. I think I've followed it pretty well currently, but I still don't like see where the end goal is or anything. You know what I'm saying? But I think as the episodes go by, the motives and the characters do become more clear in the storyline. We get more information like her about her being like an homunculus, for example. That Szilard guy, Szilard, the Rizzler. That Salazar guy. Fucking literally absorbing this dude into his hand and gaining his memories, and then imbuing those memories onto someone else. It's like it's crazy. I really like that scene though. Again, I'm really big fan of like effects and such like that. So how is this blonde girl that's under the train right now kind of getting away with not encountering this beast that's outside? I assume they are two different things. It could be that she is that kind of beastly entity, but I assume there's her outside the train and then there's that thing. Dallas Genado. Just the one voice line from those two today, wasn't there? Just him getting shot by the bloody capo. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys for watching. Can't ever take too much from the previews because there's so much going on. So apologies about that, guys. My encoder overheated or something apparently onto OBS. Luckily that happened right at the end of the episode. But I was just talking for a couple minutes and I deleted it. But I did just want to recap. Again, Jacuzzi seems like a pretty stand-up guy. Seems like a lovely guy. Again, I've got no idea where all this stuff with him. I suppose it is because of this selling of the alcohol he's wanted. But like, yeah, he seems like a real like. How would he get involved? Like less the question why everyone thinks of him like this now and why he's wanted. Now it's the question of how did he get involved in all this? How did this guy get involved in all of this? And I love the scenes of his crew. Pretty awesome. I think he was just trying to save them here. Looking back on the scenes, he wasn't trying to plead for his own life or anything. He was literally trying to save them from getting themselves killed and crushed. Yeah, that was a nice bit of gore. That's what we'll say about this show. There's been a nice bit of again, as a big horror fan, there's been a nice bit of like mutilation and gore and kind of effects, quite gross, regenerating and like cracking and suction effects, like we saw with Szilard. Which was a pretty damn awesome scene with him absorbing that old dude. Like that scene quite a lot. There it is. This scene was awesome. The only thing I would say is I'd love to see it in live action. Is the only thing I'd say about that scene, honestly. That's not even really like a negative. That's just something I'd like to see. But yeah, interesting scene here with Ciro, is it? Chiro, something like that. Looks like he's kind of getting inaugurated to be a capo at such a young age, which is incredible, as just like a normal human being as well. I assumed that part of it would be the fact that because he's got this immortality, it would be like a huge kind of draw for him to be involved in something like this. But he wasn't even immortal at this point. So interesting seeing a bit more of that situation. Bit of a shame, honestly, that the paper gave up Dallas Gennard's sister. I really didn't like that choice, but what other choice did they have, to be fair, when they were face to face with a capo and Tommy guns? But that kind of sucks because I don't even think she can help or actually do anything. I don't think she is an attraction to Dallas, especially if he is, as I'm theorizing, locked in a box underwater. But yeah, plenty of awesome stuff today. Awesome ending here as well. There's a lot more supernatural stuff as well today. I did think, judging from the first 4 episodes, it would just be the only supernatural element in this would be an elixir, and the story about this rail racer or whatever it is was just bullshit, and it was just like a person. But no, there is some kind of entity. There is an old dude out there that can absorb people. So yeah, a lot crazier than I did expect in that regard. Back onto the preview, which I think is where my video cut out initially. Not too much given away here. I almost forgot that the couple, the New York couple, I think one of them got shot during that scene with the cape as well, which is pretty funny. Their only involvement today, I think. Of course, we did find out that this girl is a homunculus as well, whatever that means in this universe. But yeah, it looks like we are going to see quite a bit of Dallas next week. Will be appreciated. And is that the elixir, do you reckon, there? Or is that some kind of like drug or something? So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, if you guys can help, I would always appreciate it with this show. There's lots of stuff going on, lots of moving parts here and there. So if any of you guys let me know what your opinions are or any things you'd help with, very much appreciate that. Thank you for watching though. Make sure to let me know what you guys thought about this episode as well down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. And I'll see you next time with episode 6.